It is your voice, your vote, and this evening, Vice President Harris will lay out her campaign's closing arguments in the race for the White House. Her speech is at the Ellipse, just outside the White House, in the same place former President Trump spoke to his supporters just before they attacked the Capitol on January 6, 2021. Now, our cameras did capture some of the setup for that speech tonight and the rally there at the Ellipse, and those attending can access the Ellipse at the entrance at the corner of 17th Street and Constitution Avenue. You'll then have to get through security. Now, 7 News' John Gonzalez is live for us at the Ellipse this morning with what we're learning about the rally with just a week until Election Day, John.
Yeah, exactly a week, Adriana, and organizers are asking folks to register online. It's a free registration. Overflow crowds will be set up on the Washington Monument Northeast grounds, which is where we are, right across the street here on Constitution Avenue. Security will be heightened, and we know that there will be thousands here. Security with Park Police, Secret Service, and MPD working together, and already this morning we are seeing private security here around the grounds and tall fencing surrounding the Ellipse. Now, as far as security goes, specifics have not been disclosed. This is being touted as the vice president's final speech before Election Day next Tuesday, and everything is being set up just feet from the front door where she is hoping to call home for the next 4 years. Kamala Harris is expected to address an audience of about 20,000 people. That's according to the National Park Service permit we have obtained a copy of. Now, no other speaker is mentioned in the NPS permit, and campaign officials have kept mum on whether any special guests will be here. I asked Senator Chris Coons, who is helping organize the event.
Well, I can't talk about the specifics of who will be there, but it'll be an exciting evening. There will be a lot of engaging performances, conversations, comments. I do encourage folks who are watching, who are interested in coming, to go to kamalaharris.com/DC to register. That'll make it more certain you can get in rather than just showing up, because obviously there's some security concerns about this event as well.
Gates will open to the public at 3 p.m. Her final remarks are expected to begin a little after 7 o'clock, and we are told it should last about an hour. Then former President Donald Trump was the last political figure to hold a speech here on the same grounds, the President's Park grounds, here in front of the White House, January 6th, 2021. Reporting live, John Gonzalez, 7 News.
All right, John, we'll be, of course, covering it closely throughout the day. Well, some parking restrictions are already in place because of the vice president's rally, and more road closures are going to follow as the day goes on.
Yeah, they're going to be going on until 10 o'clock tonight, so definitely a lot to plan for. Don't worry, we've got you guys covered. I've got my X page pulled up right here at Joy 7 News, and we've been tweeting out some information here. I know this is difficult to read when it comes to some of those street closures, so don't worry. We've got this nice handy-dandy map up here as well, showing 15th and 17th Street over here and all the other areas that are closed off because of those street closures. But of course, that is not all. There are also some parking restrictions as well. So we've got a link to our website plus some information about those parking restrictions in this same thread. And if you plan on taking public transportation, WMATA saying that they are running regular rail service, but there are a number of detours for certain bus routes. And so just a reminder, parking restrictions already in place going till 10, road closures starting at noon.
All right, Joy, thank you. In the final days of the campaign, former President Trump will be in Virginia for a rally. It's going to happen Saturday in Salem. That's in the southwestern part of the state. The latest Washington Post George Mason University poll shows Vice President Harris is leading Trump by 6 points in Virginia.
And take a look at this. It's 538's latest election forecast just 7 days before Election Day. You can see from about mid-August all the way down here to November, they had Harris leading, but as of a few days ago, they have former President Trump winning 277 electoral votes and Vice President Harris picking up 261. As you know, the first to 270 wins the election. Now, both Harris and Trump were in battleground states last night, and Harris held a rally in Ann Arbor, Michigan, while Trump rallied supporters in Atlanta, Georgia. Harris told supporters the consequences of Trump returning to the White House would be brutally serious.
This is not 2016 or 2020. We can all see that Donald Trump is even more unstable and more unhinged, and now he wants unchecked power. And this time, there will be no one there to stop him.
In Georgia, Trump criticized Harris, but also went after former First Lady Michelle Obama after she has been out on the campaign trail in support of Harris.
You know what's nasty to me? Michelle Obama. I always tried to be so nice and respectful. Oh, she opened up a little bit of a box. She opened up a little bit of something. Oh, she was nasty. Ooh.
Meantime, Trump is still facing backlash from the remarks from one of his opening speakers at his rally in Madison Square Garden on Sunday. Comedian Tony Hinchcliffe joked that Puerto Rico was a, quote, floating island of garbage. The Trump campaign says those comments do not reflect their values. In-person early voting continues today in the DMV. In Maryland, it runs through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. In Virginia, it continues through Saturday. You can check for times and locations with your city or county. In D.C., it continues through Sunday from 8:30 in the morning until 7 at night. Washington Post owner Jeff Bezos, he is defending the paper's decision to not endorse a presidential candidate. In an opinion piece published last night, he writes, quote, editorial endorsements create a perception of bias at a time many Americans don't believe the media. Now, many staff members are outraged by the decision not to endorse Kamala Harris. 3 of the paper's 9 editorial board members resigned their posts. NPR reports more than 200,000 readers have canceled their digital subscriptions. But Bezos says ending editorial endorsements is a principled decision, and it's the right one. Well, 7 News is on your side with the latest election updates. You can scan this QR code coming up on your screen right there. For our voting guide, we have links to find where you can vote on WJLA.com. We also have all of our candidate interviews, debates, and forums on our 7 News YouTube channel. Then on election night, we'll bring you frequent local updates during ABC's election night coverage. We'll have complete coverage on WJLA 24/7 News starting at 8:30.